sunset, bills on my mindset, I can't deny it. Getting higher, higher than my income, income's breadcrumbs. I've been trying to survive. The glow that the sun gets right around sunset helps me to realize that this is just a journey. Drop your worries, you are gonna turn out fine. Oh, you turn out fine. Fine, oh, you turn out fine. But you gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down, hey. You gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down, hey. I know it's hard, to remember sometimes, but you gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down, hey, 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 hey. I got my hands in my pockets, kicking these rocks. It's kinda hard to watch this life go by. I'm buying into skeptics, skeptics mess with the confidence in my eyes. I'm seeing all the angles, thoughts get tangled. I start to compromise my life and my purpose. Is it all worth it? Am I gonna turn out fine? Oh, you turn out fine. Fine, oh, you turn out fine. But you gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down, hey. You gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down, hey. I know it's hard, to remember sometimes, but you gotta keep your head up, oh.
Health is an integral part of creating a balanced, productive and happy workforce. Health Pro, the corporate wellness specialist, prides itself in creating programs that are highly effective, exciting and fun. We use a variety of learning techniques which are proven to work.
Sometimes we teach people and we have to learn from experience. And this program is all about experiential learning, combining the three elements which are most important to your company: wellness, team building and leadership. And when we have all three in your company, you will make your company a success. And that is what this program is all about.
To remember sometimes, but you gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down, hey, and keep your head up, and you can let your head down, and keep your head up, and you can let your head down, and keep your head up, and you can let your head down. Listen, oh, no, 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 no.
And welcome back to the Morning Bell. As you can see, a very, very exciting video clip just now. Eugene, watching that, I feel very tired already also. Huh? Totally exhausted.
Yeah, it's a very fun kind of thing. We try to make it a little bit more interesting and exciting for the people.
Exactly. Looks fun as well, especially the one by the beach side. I think, Dato', you're familiar with the place, huh?
Port Dickson.
Yes, exactly. You've been around, I see.
Oh, yeah. Dato' gets around.
I've been around and round and round and round. How's that? Now, talking about that, what made you decide from as a corporate finance specialist with M-Bank to go into this business? Why?
I saw that there was a need. When I was working in the bank, I saw everyone very stressed up. Initially, I thought it was okay because we worked, I'm sure you know,
All hours and all that.
we worked till past midnight,
stress.
14, 15-hour days, even the weekends, especially when there's a project. And I found that the food's really bad, exercise very lacking, sleep's lacking, stress levels are very high, and the lifestyle is just really bad for you. And there was nothing that was provided to the company where they can help the employees to get into a healthier lifestyle. So initially I thought that an idea I can play around is to get people into this healthier lifestyle, teach them personally. But after a while, I find that it's very hard in that job scope. And I had an awakening when one of my colleagues had a heart attack at work. And I thought, this is not the kind of lifestyle we want to get. So I decided to quit my job, went back to study again. I did a degree in nutrition and started off the company, focusing on corporate wellness.
Right. Okay, we're going to talk a bit more about Health Pro solutions in our third segment. But okay, with regards to the industry, obviously we know it's a billion-dollar industry in terms of health, wellness, fitness, and so forth. You have all these spas, gyms, fitness centers, detox centers, you know. So many areas here. What do you think of the industry and where is it heading right now, in your opinion?
Well, definitely Malaysia has been playing catch up with all the more established countries like Singapore, even in Thailand, Australia. They're much more advanced in terms of awareness of a healthy lifestyle. We're actually quite behind back here. You know, we still love our food.
Especially our food.
Exercise is still very lacking. Activity is lacking. Stress management is still not good. So, but we are really growing tremendously. You see everywhere now, online, newspapers, magazines, everybody is promoting a healthy lifestyle. So we are really transitioning into a healthy nation, I would say.
Yeah, I guess the importance is to create a greater awareness and the importance of it. But notwithstanding that being said, like Malaysia is unfortunately been marked the #1 country in terms of diabetes, I think, per capita, for example.
Well, we consume a lot of sugar. We're for a small nation of about 27 million people, we're the 8th highest consumer of sugar in the world. I mean, that's a lot.
That's
Must be the condensed milk for the teh tarik lah.
the teh tarik, yeah.
You know, when
Mama.
you say kurang manis in the mama, it's always like still double the amount of normal drink.
That's right.
So we are very used to this sweet taste. 1 out of 8 Malaysians have diabetes. And they look at it quite lightly, you know.
Yeah,
I have
it's a small
diabetes
thing.
and
Yeah,
not
no
small
big
thing.
deal.
It's a trend. It's
Yeah.
a trend to be in diabetes because you can inject yourself openly.
But it is, we are slowly getting more aware of this. Government is paying a lot of attention about creating awareness. You know, you see double page spreads in the
Ministry
newspaper
of Health,
nowadays.
yes.
So Ministry of Health, our minister has also said that corporates should take charge. You know, because we spend most of our time working, and the corporates should actually give back to the employees by taking the lead and telling them that you should be healthy as well.
Interesting you mentioned that from a corporate's perspective. Now, we all know that companies are in the business to make money, profit, you know.
Yep.
#1 focus is profit. So for some might consider this as costs. And of course, if cost goes up, profit goes down.
Yep.
So how do you sell that idea
Right.
to corporates? That's the crucial bit.
See, the thing is, if you come from a very financial kind of point of view, the medical cost in Malaysia is really going up. The inflation rate for medical costs is between 15 to 17% a year, whereas our inflation is around 3 to 4%
That's right.
a year. So you can see that the cost of, if you calculate out, cost of medicine will double every 5 years. On top of that, everyone's getting sicker and insurance premiums are going up as
That's
well.
true.
So the only thing that a corporate can do is not to reduce benefits, but to prevent disease from happening. And prevention basically means getting them aware about healthier lifestyle and then making sure that they don't get sick. That's where actually you can save a lot of money.
So you look at the big picture. After all, prevention is better than the cure.
Yes.
And by doing so, you minimize on perhaps what, sick leave, medical leave. I guess productivity should improve further. Better stress management.
Yeah, we have shown
more motivation in that
Yeah,
sense.
corporate wellness programs increases productivity in a company by about 20%. Because just by the pure fact that people get less sick, just that simple fact.
All things equal, yes.
Yes.
But do you find it difficult for you to market this concept?
It is, frankly speaking, still very new in Malaysia. Corporate still needs to be educated about the fact that you need to take care of the health of employees. A lot of corporates still think that, you know, if the person leaves, I can just replace the person. But you know, if let's say you get somebody who's high ranking in the management who has a heart attack at work, you know, to plug that gap is quite difficult, and the whole team is quite lost. So you lose productivity, you lose motivation, and direction as well. So it is very important to take care of everybody, every single person in the company.
Right. Now, coming back to your background, I see you have a very strong inclination towards sports. I mean, for example, black belt, state squash player, and you're obviously out there in the thick of action. Has that, in a way, played a role in terms of you looking at this transition from the corporate world? This was like perhaps your calling.
Yeah, sort of. My father is a doctor and a very active sports person as well. So I took it up on him. I mean, he coached me and then he taught me about healthier lifestyle and things like that. But I never really got into it very, very deeply. So that is why I decided that to run this program, I must be educated myself.
Of course.
So I went back to study again, got a degree in nutrition, got some certifications in fitness and sports, and that's how I got started.
Right. what was just a quick one? What was the trigger point, the aha moment when you realized that the corporate world was not for you? Was it that point where your friend got the cancer, or there was some other incident which suddenly?
That was the eye-opening point, but it was already growing. I could see that, this is not the kind of lifestyle I would like to lead. I don't look up upon these people and say that, I want to be, even though you're very rich, but you're physically you're not healthy,
That's
mentally
right.
you're not healthy.
Poor in health, rich in materialism.
Yeah, that's not the
not
kind
the
of
way to
things
go.
you would like to go.
When you talk about nutrition, that you're actually studying for it, don't you find it strange in Malaysia? There are people trying to be on diet talking about calorie, but only very temporary. So what is the basic principle to stay healthy? What kind of nutrition that we should go for?
The most important thing in Malaysia is to keep it basic. Because the fact is that Malaysians love food.
Yes.
So you can't take that away from them. You must work around it instead of saying that, these are stuff you cannot eat. I'd rather say these are the stuff you can eat, but you need to balance it out with something else. Like you can't say that I like to eat all this stuff and I don't exercise at all and I smoke and I drink and so on. So you need to say that you do certain stuff, but you also need to balance it out with exercise and also maybe a little bit of stress management techniques like meditation and so on. So it's about balance actually.
Balanced diet, balanced nutrition.
And most importantly, balanced lifestyle.
Balanced lifestyle, that's the most important thing.
So how many hours do I need to sleep at my age?
After this, Eugene will send you the bill. Consultation bill.
No, seriously. A 30-year-old, a 40-year-old, and 50-year-old, does the time of sleep required for the body
It
different?
really is different for everyone.
Depend on the size of the body?
No, it depends on your individual make, your biology.
Okay.
It's the reasonable amount, the average is about 7.5 hours for someone. And so if you find that you can work with 7.5 hours, but not less than that, and you try to force it, you probably can, but you will work suboptimally. Your brain will work suboptimally. So you must know yourself which number of hours is optimum for you. Like for me, it's 7.5. Exactly.
Interesting. And I believe in terms of sleep, there's an optimum time to sleep, right? When you get the deeper sleep and the most, regeneration of the body. Is it 11 o'clock or is that just a mere myth or fallacy?
Time is not really the factor, but you can train yourself to sleep at a certain time. But the important thing is the ritual that you go through before you sleep. So a lot of people, what they do is they switch on TV, watch some exciting show, and the mind gets stimulated.
Right.
You don't want something like that. What you should do is to calm yourself down. So what I like to do would be to sink in with a book. Otherwise, I'll just do a little bit of meditation exercise.
Interesting.
So do you have sex before sleep? Is that good or bad?
I think it's good.
I know it's a bit controversy, but I have
It's
to
good
ask.
good for Malaysians. We need more people in this country.
I think Dato is asking for his personal information for obvious reasons.
Sex is always good. Anyway.
Okay, on that very exciting note, we're going to take a short break right now. But right after this break, we're going to talk a little bit more on Dato's favorite topic, obviously, as well as on Health Pro Solutions. So stay tuned right after this.